DuWayne Engness has had a love affair with racing since the late 50s. The car culture of Southern California helped turn a boy from North Dakota into a gearhead for life. With his love of racing established at a firm age, Engness moved back to his home state in 1962 and began racing a 17-foot, flat-bottom drag boat with a blown small-block engine. After reaching speeds of 130 miles per hour, the local sheriff's department strongly suggested that Engness leave the lake. 3 years later, Engness took his streetcar, a 1965 SS El Camino, down to Red River Valley dragways. After one pass down the quarter mile with the 396 cubic inch beast, he was hooked. That summer, he traded the boat to Howard Murayama, a racer from Minneapolis, for Howard's Double B dragster. This dragster became the first hot sauce car, named after the taco shops he owned and ran. After touring the local drag strips for a few years, Engness got the urge to go faster. In 1968, he ordered a new Mark Williams chassis and had local engine builder Jack Wheeler put a single-blown big block in the new chassis. The goal was to run in the top gas class at a time when everyone else was running twin-engine cars. With the new combination, Engness was one of the fastest top gas dragsters in the nation. Touring from California to Indy, he became the first single-engine top gas car to break the 200-mile-per-hour barrier. By the time the top gas class was dropped in 1971, Engness still had the record for single-engine dragsters. It was also during this period that Engness's local drag strip, Red River Valley Dragways, was struggling a bit. After meeting with the ownership, Engness agreed to purchase the track and change the name to Interstate Dragways. A wreck at Indy in the fall of 1971 completely destroyed his car, so Engness turned to Mark Williams once again. Engness decided he wanted to try nitro-fueled funny cars, a new class that was taking the drag racing world by storm. He toured full-time during the 1972 season, running a host of match races, national events, and the full division circuit. Ray Moats took over the driving duties from 1973 through 1975, with a highest finish of 5th in the series standings. The following year, Engness stayed closer to home to keep an eye on Interstate Dragways, which was beginning to do well. Since he wasn't ready to retire from driving, Engness had Mark Williams build him an alcohol funny car, which was powered by an all-aluminum Ed Pink engine. Since it was Pink's first attempt at a blown alcohol motor, the crew spent a great deal of time fine-tuning the setup. Faced with the growing cost of running an alcohol funny car and the increasing demands of his ownership role at Interstate Dragways, Engness decided to sell the car in 1980 and built himself an altered chassis car with one of his old alcohol engines serving as the power plant. By the late 80s, Engness had retired from driving, as Interstate Dragways was averaging 250 cars per race weekend. In addition to the drag strip, Engness began building some of the first motorsports-type motor coaches and trailers. One of Engness' more famous customers was neighbor and future four-time World of Outlaw Sprint Car Series champion Donnie Schatz. After 25 years of owning Interstate Dragways, Engness decided to retire in 1995. In retirement, Engness has built 3 junior dragsters for the Nygaard family. In a career that has taken him all over the United States and through several different car classes, DuWayne Engness remains a simple man whom one can find tinkering around his home in Fargo, North Dakota.